Hello, one moment. I just decided to pop in here real quick and talk while I'm doing some daily things. It's not going to be a very long thing. Not going to be a very long session. I'm just doing some dailies, but a lot of stuff has been weighing on my mind. It's been a while since we've had a political chat here on streaming. So I'll get going as soon as I have everything set up here. And make sure everything can be heard. Okay, y'all can hear me. And then do this. Oh shit. Where am I flying to? Let's get down here and grab some shit. Oh crap, I have a crown. I didn't realize I had a crown. I still haven't got more than one crown win. Let's get down here. I need to make sure this is all set up. Ignore any chatting you hear in the background. It's TV. So hello and welcome. I've had political stuff weighing on my mind lately, and I haven't done a chat like this in a while, and I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, so I try to keep it morning stuff to not be too political, but we'll talk about some current stuff, but all of this is weighing on me because it seems like America's lost its way. It's being overtaken by, oh look, it's the new pizza. It's been taken over by some really bad people who'd like to see America turn into this fascist regime. Wait. That does not count. Can I not pick up the case after that? So there's several things, like a lot of it is LGBTQ related. As anybody who's watched me or is a good friend of me is, I'm openly bisexual. I like guys. Guys are hot. I could probably see myself settling down more with a guy than I could a lady. Whatever. I'll settle down with whoever becomes my best friend and wants to settle down with me. That said, that aside from that, as LGBTQ, I grew up in the 90s. And during the 90s, it wasn't such a friendly era during the LGBTQ era. Homosexuality wasn't technically legalized until 2003. Until 2003, doing things as gay people could land you in jail. I graduated in 2003, but let's be serious, who didn't do things in high school? Oh, jerk. Don't shoot at me. Wait. Oh, is that not one? It says with slurp. What does it mean with slurp? Or does that count as slurp back there? That counts as slurp back there. Ah, damn. I need a small shield. Just gonna pop right back in and complete that again. So of course, all of the anti-LGBT stuff weighs on me. I'm also part of the Pride family. I support and protect our family. That would include gays, lesbians, bisexuals, transgender, and the plus, queer, non-binary, cisgender, the entire Pride flag. As Pride family, we are there for the entire flag. But there's things going on that seem to be anti-us, anti-them, anti-somebody. And if things keep pushing the way we are, and we get this fascist conservative regime set up with a bunch of evangelists in control, we'll lose all our rights. All of them. Everything we fought for, out the window. Everything Matthew Shepard died for, out the window. So let's see, I don't know where to start. We can start with the book ban. So recently, Texas has pushed the book ban, heralded by the evil conservative Greg Abbott. And the Texas book ban requires all pornographic and or sexual content to be banned from school. But what is going on is these conservative groups that are in school are taking this book ban and they're removing all LGBTQ references from schools. They're banning them from schools. They don't even have to be pornographic. They just have to be LGBTQ friendly, and they're removing them from school because they count it as, I don't know, pornographic, I guess, or something. Even if it's a kid's book, if it's pro-LGBTQ, it's removed from school. Like that one with the two dads on it. I'm not sure how they're somehow connecting lines there, but they're doing it, and they're getting away with it. This affects me in 2 ways. 3 ways. It affects us in 3 ways. A, we're having a book ban. This is like basic Nazi-era shit. They don't like a type of people, so they're banning our works and works that are pro-us. This is the same exact thing Nazis used to do with books that they saw as against their propaganda. It was a book that was pro-Jewish, a book that was anti-genocide, a book that was about self-thought. They banned them. I mean, well, how long until book bans turn into book burns? How long until, instead of banning them from school libraries, we're banning them from entire cities of the entire country? And anytime you get like an pro-LGBTQ book, you're risking jail time, and they're going to take your book and they're going to throw it into a pyre. How long until that happens? Because that is eventually what's going to happen. You let these conservative scumbags get what they want. And of course, banning books completely violates our First Amendment rights. So we might as well just throw First Amendment rights out the building. Wait, stop that. I need a I think I need a mushroom. And no, fish and shield potion. So I need a fish. The next thing that hurts, of course, is LGBTQ kids. We're having these kids who are gay, bisexual. Sometimes they don't feel like they're the right sex, and they could be getting this help from knowledgeable sources like books that are about them. And now they're just sitting in the closet like I was for almost 20 fucking years. Because of ignorant assholes over on the conservative side. And no, I'm not going to reserve my language. I'm going to tell it as it is. These guys are jerk-offs. These guys are homophobic, transphobic jerk-offs. All they care is about themselves, their hate, their own agendas. Their agendas is hate, violence, and destruction. Some obtuse... I think they just get horny off of this. They're obtuse pornography. They're hate porn. So now we have books being banned. We don't have rights to read what we should read, which is an American fucking right. We kids don't have that right, which is a fucking American right. Our kids are left behind on studies of their own kind because of fucking homophobic, transphobic conservatives. And then, I am a writer. I'm not a popular writer, and I may never be a popular writer. But give or take, I'm not the only LGBTQ writer out there. There are a lot of us. And we usually put LGBTQ things into our writings. There are LGBTQ kids books. There are LGBTQ information books. There are LGBTQ guides. There are freaking... Oh, fuck. I can't think of the word right now, where it's a book about people that are about gay people or about transgender people. There are all those types of books out there that are at risk of being banned from school. And then there's just books that are good to read. I write horror. In all three of my dead ends, there are LGBTQ themed stories. Now, I don't expect my horror to hit elementary schools. It's violent, graphic, sexual, whatever. It might hit high schools. Who knows? It probably won't. I'm sure I've read worse. But even then, if we push onto a full I lost my gun. Okay, a craziness gun. Frick you. I guess what do you do there? Is there like, oh yeah, there it is, shieldfish. Oh, shieldfish. Okay then. That was a very interesting match. So yeah, it's bullshit. It is technically bullshit. And it's evil. And it's happened before with the Nazis, you know, the conservatives want so hard to be Nazis, they're doing everything the Nazis did. So congratulations, you bunch of Nazis. Bots, I see. So, I don't know if everybody watching right now, I'm distracted. For you people who are in YouTube land, I would like to hear your thoughts on the ban. I understand banning pornography from schools, but that isn't in fucking schools. They're not banning pornography to ban pornography. They're banning pornography to misuse that ban to ban transgender LGBTQ studies. Fucking tornado out. I hear a tornado. Like, really freaking close. Oh, yeah, it's not too close. I don't know if we can get to it before the storm takes it. Let's go storm chase, guys. I finished my one mission I was going to do per mission. What's with the graphics? What's going on here? Something is weird with the graphics. It's only far away. Like, maybe it's fog, but the fog is fucked up. And I'm sorry, I already started cursing, so I'm not going to quit now. Hey, Fortnite, your fog is messed up. Oh, that sounds so freaking cool on your phones. Oh shit, it's throwing things at me. Have I been through this house? I think I went through this house. Stop sign. This is freaking fence in the tree. That's actually oddly realistic, because that happens all the time in actual pieces of the fence just getting impaled in the trees. Whoop. I guess I'm going up. Oh god. Ah! Oh god, I'm dead. Oh, that was interesting. So that was just the first rant of the day. The next rants are very similar. Moment while I gather my thoughts and my notes. And figure out what I need to do next. So I can eat an apple, mushroom, banana, and pepper, which can be hard to find. Ammo boxes, greasy groves, damage. Okay, all 3 greasy groves. Areas like that are very easy to do. Oh, that's right. So let's go in and then we'll start talking again. Wait, what the hell? So, again, back to it. I am LGBTQ. I am the V. LGBTQIA+. If you want the whole thing. I am very proud to be part of the Pride family. I am participate in Pride events. I've never been in a Pride march, but it's more to the fact that I don't want to fucking walk miles down the street. I'm fucking lazy. Than that I don't want to be there. I wouldn't mind dressing up and being there. It's just I don't want that much exercise in my life. I've marched in marching band down San Antonio streets in 100-degree weather. It's not fun. I'll go to Pride events. I'll go to bars. I'll go to Pride parties. But I don't think I absolutely need to be the one walking the street. What am I doing again? Oh, I can't remember. Okay, get out of here. Oh, right. Anyway, that said, there is a new splinter group from us. Yo, excuse me. I'm sorry for your ears. There's a splinter group from us. An evil splinter group I'm pretty sure was created by conservatives. I'm sorry. I looked up and my cat is sleeping with her head tucked into the ground and it's just hilarious looking. The splinter troop is known as the LGB. Now, you're like, okay, what's the difference there? Well, I just did say LGB, not LGBTQ, LGB. Why is it always the freaking... The LGB Alliance is not the LGBTQ Alliance. They are not the same. The difference being is they purposefully leave out the PQIA. Now, I'm not sure exactly where they draw the line, but I do know one of the lines they draw. Is... Sorry, I'm very distracted. freaking hell. Crazy freaking beginning. But freaking killed now. There's someone coming. Woo! Misdirection. Second direction. Exciting shit happening while I'm trying to talk. Anyway. The point is, anyway, the LGBT is not our group. They're not a pride group. They're not part of the pride family. They're an attempt to tear the pride family apart. I think they're part of this gay conservative movement, which is completely hypocritical. Like, the conservatives have done nothing but violence and hate towards our kind for so long. Why would we believe that they are part of our group? There's no such thing as a real gay conservative. It's an hypocrisy. But the point is, you can't hate gay people anymore yet, and that means that they have to accept us to a degree. And what that gives them is an opportunity to instead of going after just one pride group, is tearing them apart the pride family, which we shouldn't fall for. The pride family stands strong when we stand together. I'm bisexual, but I stand with gays and lesbians. I stand with intersex. I stand with asexual, and I stand with transgenders. They are part of this pride family. But these weird gay conservative movement made to make fake gay people turn us against each other. It just needs to be stopped in its tracks. Wow, I am having the worst things now. I can still see me on the screen, so I'm assuming y'all can still see me. Am I in the center of the map? Oh, where's the center map? Y'all hear music? There must be a dinosaur near us or something. Or that's from outside, I don't know. So, as a family, as a pride family, we need to stand up to the LGBT. That is pretty much my rant there. They need to be stopped. They're an agenda to tear us apart. They need to be halted. They need to be called out. As an actual pride family member, my recommendation is to mark yourself. Make sure everybody around you, everybody that knows you, no, oh, did I do this earlier with my last flare? Oh shit. Didn't mark him. So my next rant is not LGBTQ, it's corporate imperialism. But first. Oh, I don't think I need to do that. I need to go back and do the same thing, I think. Oh, hello, Boba. Yeah, I'm still doing the same thing. Well, let's see what else I gotta talk about, huh? Oh, as far as the Buck Band, a Texas student organization is moved to protest and call out the Buck Band. So you go, kids. The youth will always fight the crooked, evil elders. The unfortunate thing is there's always going to be crooked, evil youth that are heralded and are corrupted by those elders. Case in point, Hitler's youth. Oh, okay, so there's a few things. These are not specifically LGBTQ at all, but of course they would affect us. One thing is the Texas Republicans are trying to reinstate Ken Paxton's ability to overthrow elections. Ken Paxton, who is actually officially a criminal, had his ability to chase quote-unquote election crimes on his own accord removed. This was during the elections. This was because he was trying to overthrow legitimate elections. And this was seen as an overreach by him, and it was removed. And now they're trying to reinstate it because they know that even with all of the shit Greg Abbott and the Texans have done to subvert democracy, there's still enough angry majority here in Texas that they might lose an all-out vote. I mean, if they lose to like an 89 to 20% vote, there's no way they could fake that. What they could do is fake it being illegal, say that most of this is illegal, have Kim Paxton rush in, fake out their version of the votes, be like, look, all these votes are real, all these, by posting the fake votes like they tried this past election, then they'll show the fake vote, they'll give the fake votes in there and take out the real votes, and all of a sudden, boom, democracy is completely subverted because they didn't get what they wanted. Oh, I'm supposed to be going to Greasy Grove. What the hell? It's not even there. I'm so far away. Should land at this gas station. Gas station right here. Where the fuck am I? No gas station. Okay, just move. Well, the good news is Greasy is the place I need to go anyway. Oh, I like the way his cape moves. I never even noticed that. It's one of those really good moving ones. I think this game was the first game I saw really good movement on close to character contact. There's always a little issue, like you see some clipping down there, but usually the close movement in Fortnite is top notch. You know, this is one of the first games I saw just get that good. And as weird as it sounds, like that stuff like that excites me. I'm a geek. Leave me alone. Leave my geekiness alone. So next we go on to imperialism. I have worked for corporate. I worked for corporate retail for all of my life, most of my life, the majority of my life since 2003, almost, minus a few college years. I have worked Walmart, or PetSmart, or SeaWorld, which technically I was working for retail food service for them, and for the one I currently work, which I cannot name. There's no such thing as a good retail. Not one company you can name is actually good, because if it's retail, they work off evil. They work off corruption, they work off disassociation with their members, their partners, or their associates, whatever you want to call them. They work off abuse. Every single company I worked for, except for SeaWorld, just didn't run on the same kind of things. I go in and we have a good amount of people right off. This happened when I joined Walmart. This happened when we opened PetSmart. We started with a good amount of people. But then they realized this good amount of people did a good job. And they could roll back this good amount of people to as few people as possible and work them as hard as possible. And they'd still do it because they need money. And they wouldn't have to pay us more either. Because what we're going to do, leave the job, we're low wage, it's hard to move. In my first Walmart job, I was there before they had the reduction. I call it the reduction. That's what I call what happened to Walmart. I was there when all the cashiers were open. All the cash registers had an employee. There were people working garden center, and every part of GM had like an associate to it. And there was several people working, stocking the aisles of groceries. And half a dozen people in their deli. But over the 4 years I was there, it changed a lot. They removed as many associates as they could. I'm gonna die. It's okay, I need to get to nowhere anyway. Thank God for that glitch. Oh. I mean, I don't believe in God, but thank him anyway. Did you see that rifle shot hit me and it just like didn't do anything? I don't know what that is. Oh no, just ready up. But that isn't fair. He hit me like dead on and went. It just got rejected. Rejected watermelon mama cat. So yeah, and then I went to PetSmart. And PetSmart, I opened PetSmart over here. There were saw a lot of us. There were like 2 people at the camps. We trade off for lunch, and I want to call out Walmart on one thing they did good. I don't know if they still do it, but when I worked for Walmart, they were insistent on our breaks and our lunches. They made sure we got all of them. To the point is, if you didn't take your lunch in a certain period of time, they'd lock you out of the cash register and lock you out from using the symbols, which are a type of scanning gun we use for stuff. And they wouldn't let you work until you went to lunch. My next 2 jobs weren't that nice. So I moved to PetSmart. And PetSmart was great. And for the first few years, I was working with dogs and cats. I loved it. I pretty much ran camps, and then after a while I went to overnight, and overnight we worked, we cleaned, we walked the dogs, we fed the dogs. It was good work. We could even listen to music overnight because no one's there, it didn't matter. Where am I going? Oh God. What is this glitch? Ugh. Why am I in fisheye view? I am at 35 minutes. I'm going to have to highlight that. The frickadoodle, and how's that going to affect me? point of view is still weird. Something is wrong with my point of view. Please kill me. I don't think I can win like this. I can't hit anybody. I hope this repairs itself. I might have to actually leave and come back in, because this is the weirdest view. I feel like I'm playing Secret. He's gonna do something weird. This is the weirdest thing. It's not working. I wonder if I get into a car if it flips the viewpoint. Mommy cat, can't you quit kneading my leg? Anyway, so I get into them and I'm working overnight, it's good, and then they do the same thing. They start reducing our people to like nobody. There becomes one person overnight to clean and scrub and to the hotel. They even originally want us to walk the dogs, which I can tell you is a danger, because sometimes dogs aren't friendly. You don't know until an accident happens. 4 out of 7. Oh gosh darn it, I moved. And, you know, for a while I kept with PetSmart because I was such a dog lover. I love working with them. Look, I can't even freaking aim at this. I love working with dogs so much that I wanted to stay there. But then, Obamacare came. I was so excited about possibly getting Obamacare. And then it was regulated, I guess, by the conservatives to the point to where very few people get it. But the point I was working for them, I would have gotten it. And then they killed our hours. They reduced us and then they killed our hours. And they appointed them killing our hours so they wouldn't have to healthcare us. And I was stuck in this limbo for several more years because I really liked that job a lot. I didn't want to leave them. And this limbo was a place where I don't have any kind of insurance, and because they didn't want to give us insurance, and I wasn't poor enough to afford insurance from the healthcare help areas, and we didn't have to have insurance in Texas because Abbott's a fucking crook, and so was Rick Perry. Both of them were crooks. So finally, that was like the straw that broke the camel's back. And I bring that because today I've had another moment like that. I come into my current job. I won't tell you what it is. Some of y'all know, some of y'all don't. And I start with them, and we have an ass load of people. We have good, everything's well done. This store's been around forever, so I'm thinking, well, I mean, if they're, why is the camera at the hip? I'm thinking if we're this decent right off, that's weirdly a human reaction to these guys now. So I'm thinking, if we're this good off, this store's been around since almost my high school year, if not earlier. this store's not going to change. It's good. So I stick with them. I started as a cashier, but I'm not good with cashiering. I have dyslexia and ADHD, which infuriatingly makes the dyslexia worse. I can read. I can read fine. I cannot write. I cannot. And I have trouble with numbers. Not like I can't do math, but like numbers sometimes get switched around when I'm cutting in the back. I realized this in Walmart. It was a big issue. And I was like, until I started with cashier, once I heard deli was available, I got in. And we have a lot of people. We have a lot of backup. It was good for a while. For a while. I didn't hear yet. And then it wasn't. Then... Oh, it doesn't really matter. I just need stuff. I don't care if I really die in here. It's too late to outrun it. Oh wait, I don't even need to outrun it. Yes, last one, last one. Ooh. Ah, I just need to die and go get the next one. Then we start reducing us to almost nobody. They want to start working as few people as possible with as much stuff done by those few people as possible. Aw, it's going into the storm. Alright, I can't tell if it's going right. We'll run towards it. If it goes in the storm, it goes in the storm. It is on the edge of the freaking storm. Lots of rocks. Heading towards Greasy, I think. Oh no, it's moving towards the storm. Don't do it. Hey, let me have a ride first. Oh yeah, I forgot I had an issue with vision. Oh god. Oh, that hurts. Oh. This fisheye view POV is awful. I need to go make sure I didn't have like the POV turned weird. No, it has to be wrong because it doesn't freaking shoot from the hip even if you change the POV. Damn. The tornado was still going. I was wrong. Eventually, the storm will eat it. And so they start doing things like giving us fresh, already cut foods. A lot of stuff we made fresh is no longer made fresh. A lot of the cubes, cracker things. And they get rid of some of the stuff we like. I always ate the sharp cheese grape tray, but because we no longer make it fresh and they don't make it at corporate, we don't have it anymore. Isn't that ass, Mama Cat? And they keep just doing things and keep doing this and pushing us. Less people, more stuff, less people, more stuff. They take the truck shift away and make the managers do the truck shift. They're overbearing the managers, they're overbearing the workers. We now have one person cooking, one person running front end, and that's it at all times. And then we have a manager who has to somehow help us and do all their manager things at the same time. And it's impossible. It's the worst managed system I have ever worked. It is worse than working for Walmart. And I'm on my end here. I'm like, this can't be good. I'm unhappy here. I'm unhappy here again. I started happy here, but now I'm unhappy again. Can there not be a job where I can just freaking remain happy? But I stay because I'm loyal to my fucking companies and I have friends there now. I stay. I work hard. And let's move on here real quick. I need to support him. This sounds easy. So I stay. And I stay. And there's one thing that keeps me here. I mostly work evening now. And in the evenings, I make chickens. That means I sit in the cooler for 4 hours total, usually 2 hours the first point, an hour and a half-ish, so maybe 3.5 hours after. Depends how busy it is. Freaks going on here. Freaking do together emotes are broken for at least me. Are we okay on viewpoint here? I can't tell. It looks off still. I guess we're gonna see when I drop. We have Outlast people, so we should be okay. I'll go here. It's amazing how much people can outlast everything to the end of the battle bus. Start on the at and then just flying around. You're so soft and cuddly and so chunky. Sorry. She's not happy with me now. So I sit there. So I during these times doing prepping chicken, which is pretty much just putting the chicken, I think we're normal. I think the viewpoint is normal. Jaffe does something like the viewpoint I was having earlier. It zooms out because of this guy, but I don't think it's anything else than that. Oh man, look where we're going. Oh no, you ass. It's my gas station. Get out of here. That's right, you better go that way. And then today happens. We get a corporate notice. It's about phone usage at work. Some of it makes sense. You're not supposed to use your phone while helping customers, while out front in line, yada yada. Probably shouldn't use the phone while you're on the floor near customers. It looks bad, whatever. And if he had left it at that, I would assume this was about people using their phone and ignoring the customers. But they didn't leave it at that. I can't use my phone when I'm prepping chicken in a cooler that is 32 degrees at all time and not around customers at all. I'm there for 2 hours. 3.5 hours if we put everything together. And I can't listen to music in there. And there is no music in there. The store music doesn't pump in. I'm gonna set that building on fire. Cause I'm mean like that. Oh, it's a freaking snowman. What are they still doing here? I know we still have some snow. I heard we're heating this snow. Oh, I'm wondering if maybe that's just leftover from that accident. I'm trying to get down to 25, huh? We'll hit this. There is so much happening over here. So, you know, it just feels like it's less they're hoping that we don't interrupt customers with their music, and more that they're hoping that that they stop any usage of our phones that is not specifically made to make them money, because it's a big use them to help customers. Bye, Felicius. Look, ignore the tornado. You know, I've seen the more tornadoes as they lowered the tornado rates. Hello, Tilted. Goodbye, Tilted. So it feels more like abuse of employees than any kind of helpful idea for things. Now, there is a big problem with this on my point. I don't know if I talked about this before. I have ADD. I have ADD and I have dyslexia. Fun. A fun combo that makes you pretty much Alzheimer's-ish before you're supposed to have Alzheimer's. My memory is shit. That said, my ADD, some people are familiar with ADD and ADHD. They have some similarities, such as easily distractible, but there's a big difference. ADHD is attention deficit hyperactive disorder, is what my son would have. It is attention disorder, but with energy. I have attention deficit disorder. It's attention disorder without energy. ADHD is like doing cocaine. ADD is like smoking marijuana. Oh, is this inside a city? This is inside Coney. Maybe. I have been around the block with ADD medicines. No amount of meth, and that's all ADD and ADHD medicine is, meth, has fixed it. I went through school struggling to fix it, and there was nothing that could help me. So, sometime in high school, we found out that while medicine wasn't helping me, all medicine made me do was feel like ass. While medicine wasn't helping me, I found something that could, and that was music. See, when I have ADD, with my ADD, my issue is I delve into my imagination and my memories. Imagine, I think the best way I can think is, imagine your head is full of bees. These bees are imagination, your memories, thoughts. Those, because your neurons aren't firing correctly, those are just firing off in your head all the time. Those are the bees in your head, but they're usually images. If I left on my own with nothing to distract me, nothing to say, hey, nothing to show me what's going on, I will delve into my imagination or delve into everything like that, why can't I check it out? And leave all of them right here, really. I gotta get that one done first. No bananas, right? I need a banana too. Oh, there's a freaking banana. What the fucking chance is that shit? I just need to get injured. I don't think it did much damage to Tony, but I'm not sure. I don't know how well y'all can hear me over this damn tornado. But like, so we found out that with music, these bees in my head, I could focus on the music and not the bees, and that would take care of my ADHD, homework, schoolwork, work. As long as there's music, any type of music, even if it's music I absolutely hate, as long as it's there. Hope this doesn't kill me. There we go. I think I'm done with all my days. This will be the end of it now. As long as I have the music, I am good to go. On work. So, this takes us back to work. My cooler has no music at all. It's only the only noise in there is fans. Unfortunately, they're not my fans. They're just fans that keep things cooler than 32 degrees. The entire time I'm in there. You know how cold 32 degrees is? It's freaking cold. So, when I first started working there, it was a problem. I would try to work, but because of my ADHD, I would delve into my thoughts. My thoughts would pull me into my memories. When that happens, I deep dive. It's like entering the Matrix. I deep dive into my thoughts, my memories, and go into my imagination, and I'd be like working in freaking SOA or the Matrix or something. I wouldn't even notice I was doing it until, boom, I'm going, oh fuck, I'm at work. I wake up like I was in a dream. Why, thank you. Oh, frick. Ah, shit. Oh, well, that'll be the end for the night. I need to get to bed. Anyway, like I was saying, I would just deep dive into my ADD, and I would snap out of it, and I'd take 30 minutes to do a few boxes, and it'd take me forever. Those days I'd be spending 5 hours trying to do chicken collectively because of that issue. It was becoming a problem, but there was no music in there. And at first I didn't use my phone because I was afraid of connecting my phone to the internet, and then when I finally got VPN, the company freaking had anti-VPN shit on them. But then I ended up not caring. So I connected to the internet. And I listened to music. And with that music, I had reduced my total time from about 5+ hours to about 2.5 hours to 3. Mostly 2.5. If it's a busy day and we have a lot of fucking jigging. But that was very little. Because as I was able to listen to music, I'd be able to work. I would be focused on my work because I had music playing. My ADD would be wrapped around the music. I'd be singing my ass off. If you ever come see me at work, I'm singing to the music. Now, outside, this is fine. I don't need my phone. I have the music is. Even if it's terrible music, it'll help my ADHD. Good music works better, but whatever. Okay. Oh shit, he's been surrounded. Oh no, he's been killed. It's a superhero cape, but it's the superhero cape he is on. Spider-Man cape, cool. Anyway, so yeah. Outside it wasn't a problem, but inside I required the music to work. It was my ADHD medicine. It worked so much more than meth did. So much better than meth did ever. So for years now I've been using it as I do my work, and there's been no problems. Sometimes we listen to music when we're cleaning our dishes. Again, we're not interacting with the customer. This should not be an issue. Apparently it is an issue, so now we can't do it. Not because this is actually hurting anybody, but because corporate 1%ers who have never, ever had to work 2 jobs in their life, never ever had to struggle with money in their entire life, have decided that we aren't worth being treated like fucking humans. People at the top of corporations. MK is definitely better close-up combat, but I still prefer the Harvey hidden. I've been picking up that purple AK if I was him. So that was kind of my straw that broke cameras back to back. I'm done. I'm done with the retail. I don't want retail anymore. Retail is fucking evil. All retail is fucking evil. I don't care how much you try to lambaste retail companies. There is not one that you can say is truly good. Not one. No matter what state, how locally they are, owned they are, not one. They work for one person. That's the bosses. So 1%. That's who they work for. They doesn't matter. They don't care how much they abuse us. Some states have regulated how much they abuse us, but Texas, unfortunately, is not one of those states. That said, the real overall we went over today, other than what I just talked about, remember that pride is under attack. We are seeing the return of hate, and we're seeing hate try to tear us apart with this fake-ass LGBT or conservative gay agenda, and we need to stop it. We need to do everything we can to vote the filth like Greg Abbott out and save America from them. They showed their face because Trump allowed them to show their face, and now it's time to punish them for showing their face. It's time to kick them out of government forever. It's time to do something and take America back and save America from them. Because if we don't, then First Good is gone. And I'll never go back in the closet. I won't. I'm not going to pretend I'm some pretty queer guy. I'm not. I'm just a bisexual that likes to like guys. I do. I'm not probably the best looking person, but I still wear my hair to the side a little feminine like, because I feel comfortable doing that. And I honestly don't care what people think about me. And I love guys. I do. They're hot. Some guys are freaking hot. And a lot of the hot actors are gay, so. But I'm not going to go back in the closet. I was in the closet for most of my youth, even after figuring out I was bisexual. And it's not something I'm going to put away anymore. And if we end up into some North Korea Christian regime down here, where I'm going to be hung like in Saudi Arabia, and there's the winner, then I won't go back in the closet. I'd rather die. I really would. I'm hoping we don't get to that, but it depends on what Americans push for. I didn't realize Tilted was in our background, by the way. It depends how much we push for and how well we fight for. Right now, we have a Supreme Court that is infected by conservatives that are destroying our rights and our availabilities. We have a complete GOP group, the complete Republican side that is completely overrun by evil conservatives and has no want or will to actually preserve democracy or American or the Bill of Rights. They just want everything to be theirs, their control. They want anti-gay, anti-LGBT, they want white supremacy. And somehow we have to defeat all that. It's a scary prospect because I don't know if we can. This may be the end of America. This may be the dying breaths. I hope it's not. I really do. I hope America lives. I hope I live to be 80 and I look back and I think, wow, that was a scary time, but we made it through. But I don't know if we will. Maybe I'll be 80 and I'll be living in fucking Canada or, ironically, Germany. And I'll go back and go, wow, I remember when America was a thing and now it's just a wasteland of terrorists. Or maybe now it's just a walled-in regime of fascists. But who knows? I can't predict what tomorrow's going to hold. I can hope that enough Americans, that the majority of Americans hold on to what America stands for. That we will fight and vote for what is right. That we won't just fight and vote for the right because we've fought and voted for the right wing all our lives. When the right wing does not exist anymore. It's gone. It's dead. The Republicans are dead. That party is gone. The party of Lincoln is gone. The party of the Republic is gone. What good was left? It's kind of making trash in the DNC or independents. But there wasn't that much good because most of them remained and they showed their face as the evil conservatives. We need to do something about that. Voting is coming up. A lot of our conservative areas like Texas and Florida are doing a lot to restrict rights to voting, to make voting not count in certain areas. Texas has completely wiped out certain black communities from mattering in votes. Like, they get to vote, but their votes don't matter. It's like writing in a ballot and then toss it in the ocean be the same for them as like writing it in and toss it into the ballot. Same thing for them now. But we still have to push. I think that if we can get enough real Americans in places they don't expect us, if we can overpower them in the votes in places they think are more conservative, we show them that we are angry and we're here to take America back from their stupidity. We could blue out Florida. Well, I don't think we could blue out Florida, but we could blue out Texas. Texas was almost a fucking swing state last time. That's why they're fucking scared. We could blue out other Republican states. We could completely overpower them. And then when it comes to Senate and Congress, we can overpower them. And then we don't have to worry about shitheads like Sinema and Manchin causing trouble for them because we'll have a majority seats anyway. And a few bad Democrats won't stop us. I just have new quests. Oh, just over here. Where are my milestones at? How many milestones have I completed? I have completed 2. Hardest material. All 3. Damaged opponents and eliminations have all been finished. Nice. That means that'll have 10. 7 days till this shit happens. Don't think I have enough for anything. I need 20 for the next one. That's pretty much all I have. I was going to come on here and just do quests, and then I was like, I should do a political thing because it's been weighing on me. I won't be streaming tomorrow. It'll probably... Okay. I might be streaming tomorrow. It's iffy. If I stream tomorrow, it probably won't be Fortnite. I might be getting back into, the Elder Scrolls Online series before they shut down the servers on Monday. I know what you're thinking. They're still going. They've only shut down servers for years. I'm talking about if I keep putting it off for this long, it'll be years till I finish it. Other than that, I don't know. I probably won't be playing tomorrow. I kind of want to wake, and I want to write because writing makes me happy. And I am currently searching for a publisher to publish a dark fantasy modern novel, werewolf novel. If y'all want to help save my sanity, go into Dead Ends on your local ebook, read Dead Ends 1, 2, and 3 unsuspected, and leave a honest opinion. Because you'll see how many people read them. They're all free, by the way. Dead Ends 1, I'm sorry, Dead Ends 2, Dead Ends 3, and Unsuspected by Joshua Winters. They're all free if you get the ebook. Read them, leave an honest opinion. Dead Ends series are horror, The Unsuspected is a weather thriller. And I think if more people read them and leave messages, even if some of them are kind of like, this book was meh, maybe a publisher will look at me. I want to get a publisher for my novel because I want to make money. I really do. I need to make money. And if I can publish and make just a small amount of money on that and then work on the side in a regular job, I would at least be making money. But that is up to people. And again, if you read one of my books and you hate them, I'm not going to force you to read the rest of them. But if you don't read them, how do you know you never like them? Anyway, that will be the end of tonight. I won't always go on these political rants, but I plan to when there's important stuff to me, especially when the lgbtqia pride family is under attack by evil people like they are today. And remember, if you're a Republican and you vote left this time, it's not a betrayal. Because your party is dead, bro. You're going to have to admit that to yourself one of these days. What is taking over your party is no more your party. Is no more your party than the victims of the thing were actually those people. I will see y'all next time I go. If I get up tomorrow morning, I'm like, oh, I can't write. My head's too full. I may play. If not, tomorrow I'll tell you. Well, not tomorrow. I'm sorry. Friday, I'll tell you what time I may have next week, or I may just show up since I'm doing this more like a once a week thing. Y'all have a great night. Peace and out.